Edo Varsity to resume November 16. Ibazu seeks reposition of Abia Polytechnic. High electricity tariff, fuel price may cripple varsity operations, LCCI. We will turn Unimed to first-class varsity, says Akeredolu. And moving on, that's University of Medical Sciences in Ondo State. And moving on, still on the Punch newspaper, NCC asks telcos to compensate subscribers. Boy with heart problem needs 4 million naira for surgery. If this touches your heart, check it out on the Punch newspaper and do the needful. And moving on, INEC observers hail poll, group blames card readers hitches. CBN decries speculation as Naira plunges exchanges for 465 Naira per dollar. PDP meets on Southwest crisis. Edo governorship polls today. It's a good time now for them to concentrate on the crisis happening in the Southwest since they are done with Edo State election. And moving on, federal government slashes spending on JV oil asset by 62%. National headquarters unaware of Ekiti APC disciplinary panel, Ojudu and others. Ex-Governor Udaga visits Okowa, plans return to PDP. Petrol scarcity looms as tanker drivers halt operations. NSE vows to enhance retail investment opportunities. I won't challenge Obaseki victory, says ADP candidates. And more on business, stock market sustain positive sentiment, gains 1 billion naira. UK appoints Ogumbi, co-chair of Energy Transition Council. AFCFTA will create more jobs locally, Secretary General is speaking. Petrol subsidy gulped 8.94 trillion naira in 10 years, says PPPRA. MDAs remitted 1.8 trillion naira in 12 years, FRC. Insecurity undercurrent service chiefs unbearable, Borno elders. Minimum wage, labor list offending states, plan street protest and talks. Government has no business running refinery, says Oshibaja. Okumba congratulates Obaseki. Governor asks judges to be fair and just. We will fulfill promises despite COVID-19, says Sonwolu. Factional speakers trade words over Obaseki's victory, assembly membership. Edo APC and PDP continue verbal war and clash over thug funding. Only Lagos, Kanu, Ogun, FCT still conducting COVID-19 tests, says PTF. Katsina Police Labor asks communities to confront bandits. Family floats appeal fund to ransom Zamfara judge. The flooding, Obiano blames NEMA for delaying intervention. Obaseki leads victory parade, says lions, tigers tamed, now in zoo. Buhari seeks equitable representation in UN Security Council. Boboski's gang members get 14-day ultimatum to surrender weapons. And finally, APC concedes defeat, admits Edo poll free and fair. All right, there you have it on the Punch newspaper this morning. And away from the Punch newspaper, let's check out the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And first, on the headlines, group urges Nigerians to accept diversity as human attributes. Ayode begins arrest of illegal tax collectors in Calabar. IPOB warns against abduction and killing of members by security agents. Lagos helicopter crash, AIB releases report, says ill-fated chopper had no fuel. Disco agent drugs 14-year-old girl with 200 ml tramadol and rapes her. This is a staff of one of the nation's electricity distribution company, by the way. This happened in Ejibo area of Lagos. Check out this story. This is really not, good to the ears. Moving on, LCCI pushes for immediate implementation of SCAMA 2020. Deduct at source, pay MDA's electricity bills directly to discos, KPMG to federal government. Buhari Akufo-Addo meets in Aso Rock over protests by Nigerian traders in Ghana. Southern Kaduna, there can't be development without peace and unity, says Buhari. Fuel crisis looms nationwide as truck owners withdraw tankers from roads. And still on the Punch and Vanguard, I beg your pardon. Use standard road signs. FRSC tells construction firms in Lagos. Bring oil thieves to justice. Wike urges security agencies. Federal government spends 8.9 trillion naira on subsidy in 10 years. This is coming from PPPR. ECOWAS court set to resume from extended vacation on October 7th. Masari pays 70.99 billion naira pension gratuities to retirees HOS in Katsina. Oyo schools resume, comply with COVID-19 guidelines, staggered session, and why we lost Edo to PDP by APC chieftains. All right, check it out. And only opposition SDP lawmaker dumps party for APC in Nasarawa. Best we've heard from him. Nigerians hail Okorocha's comment on Edo APC defeat. Edo, how Shomole Tinubu cost APC Izeyamu dearly. That's an editorial. Anambra residents express confidence in Buhari after Edo election. Ekiti PDP congratulates Obaseki. Ondo 2020, Jagede congratulates Obaseki. Ask Ondo voters to choose good governance. Nsuka residents Lord INEC on credible election in Edo. Seems as a nationwide right now. And then moving on, deducted source. Okay, I've taken this headline before. NCC molds new pricing regime for mobile international termination rate. 5 most common phishing attacks and how not to fall victim. Check it out on the Vanguard newspaper. And still moving on, now a little bit of sports headlines. Premier League 44 goals pre-set new record. NGF, Marvelous Mike out of wit. Who is who in Nigeria golf? Guardiola salutes incredible Foden as Man City make winning start. And now let's move away from sports to other stories. Oyo begins oral interview for 7,000 Tescom applicant. Schools reopening. Kanu to procure 70 million naira PPEs and Subeb. This coming from the Subeb chair. Lagos releases resumption dates for 2020 and 2021 school recess. I'll take that headline again. Lagos releases resumption date for 2020/2021 school session. COVID-19, it's premature to say Nigeria is flattening curve, says expert. 16-year-old boy brings double-barreled gun to school in Anambra. I'm short of words. This happened in Iboku, in Agwata local government area of the state. Just a 16-year-old boy. All right, there you have it on the Vanguard newspaper and, of course, the Punch newspaper this morning.
All right, we cross over to the Premium Times, and the Premium Times leads us with the headline: Nigeria's total coronavirus deaths now 1,100. 1 dead, 20 injured in fresh herders farmers clash in Jigawa police. Analysis: Obaseki's Edo victory. Tinubu failed to learn from history. Nigeria Army confirms death of a colonel after Boko Haram ambush. Profiles: meet the 4 princes jostling for Emir of Zazzau throne. Okay, remember Emir of Zazzau was interred on Sunday. There are the 4 princes, of course, Bashir Aminu, who is the Iyan Zazzau, Yeriman Zazzara is Buniyar Jafaru, Ahmed Bamali, and Bashir Idris. Okay, well, in a couple of days we'll find out who becomes the new Emir of Zazzau. Nigerian Army colonel killed in Boko Haram ambush. Finds and files. America places Atiku wives under international banking surveillance. These files were leaked over the weekend. Impact of COVID-19 greater on women. Minister: Nigeria spent 8.9 trillion naira on subsidy payment in 10 years. PPPRA says. AIB releases preliminary report on Lagos helicopter crash. They say the helicopter ran out of fuel. Dementia, a growing concern in Nigeria. APC leaders meet Buhari after party's defeat in Edo. World Patient Safety Day. COVID-19 issues dominate health stories from last week. Venison says Lagos explosion. BBC Africa Eye uncovers evidence that contradicts NNPC's claims. Okay, 10% of Nigeria's COVID-19 cases below age 19. Minister: COVID-19 Nigeria to conduct seroprevalence surveys in 4 states. Edo election. Discordant teams as election observers unveil report. Respected journalist DG Bademosi donates classrooms, other facilities to Alma Mater. Okay, and Edo decides 2020. Wike commends INEC police. Obaseki's victory has several implications. Saraki, all right, PDP coming out in March, and this one says analysis after Izeyamu's defeat. What next for Oshomole? Well, Flour Mills appoints new member into board. Okay, and this one says How Imo officials caused death of over 3,000-day-old chicks. And Ekiti APC members accuse Fahimi of supporting Obaseki in Edo. Late coming, non-usage of face masks marred students' resumption in Ibadan. Ondo 2020, police arrest political thugs with arms. Please keep arresting them. We don't want violent elections in the country again. Okay, and this one says, Edo poll, why we won't challenge Obaseki's victory? ADP. Okay. Edo, okay. Nursing mother killed as building collapses in Anambra. Sad story there. Buhari asked Kaduna to surpass investment achievement. 1 dead, 20 injured in fresh herders farmers clash in Jigawa police. Alright. Emir of Zazao, Kaduna declares public holiday for prayers. Jigawa government official, wife, kids die in road accident. Nigerian army colonel killed in Boko Haram ambush. Fraud allegations, ex-governor gets pre-trial date. And we've spent only 366 million naira to fight COVID-19. Governor Lalong, top FMC of officers docked over ghost worker scandal. All right, that's it from the Premium Times newspaper this morning. And from the Premium Times, we cross over to the Daily Trust. What does the Daily Trust have in store for us this morning? Okay, the first headline is how new Emir of Zazao will emerge. Atiku wives under international banking surveillance. Federal government urges vigilance, says another lockdown possible. Southern Kaduna to get first private varsity. Boko Haram colonel, others killed in multiple Borno attacks. Kidnappers of 5 family members demand 500 million naira ransom. Okay, Katsina government denies issuing houses, market stalls to bandits. And this one says Gusau varsity unions back VC. Okay, opening the tap of the nation's water resources. APC congratulates Obaseki. And Nigeria's debt. How much do you owe? Okay, if you divide the debt by the population, you find out how much you're owing. And still on Daily Trust, this one says Edo governorship, US UK visa ban threats for poll riggers effective. Kwankwaso, APC to constitute panel over defeat in Edo as Ganduje, Buni meet Buhari. Be magnanimous in victory, Obasanjo tells Obaseki. Edo poll relatively credible, CDD. Okay, and this one says Edo 2020 playing national politics at state level. What do they mean? On the sports side, Musa Ekong Ndidi 22 others for friendlies against Cote d'Ivoire, Tunisia. And all right, okay, that's it from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning.
All right, we are moving over to the Daily Times this morning, and the first headline here says more hardships for Nigerian traders in Ghana despite truce. Bauchi Emirates Council blames cholera outbreak on poor waste management. And a little bit of sports here. Djokovic on Anchor show again at the Italian Open. Stick around by 8 a.m. The sports crew will be here to give you a proper analysis of what went down. Buhari holds closed-door meeting with Buni and Ganduje. Editorial, no hike in fuel price, electricity tariff. Survival Fund portal opens today. Interested Nigerians can register. Now, I actually saw the story. It's I think 70 billion naira survival fund, and there is a portal for it. You just register. It's something you just register if you're lucky. I don't know how this is possible. I don't know how plausible it can be. But, read the details of it on the Daily Times newspaper. But this survival fund actually is just for teachers and artisans. That is what it is talking about. It's just for teachers and artisans. And then the portal will be opening today. So check out the details on Daily Times newspaper. All right, moving on. Ondo governorship election will be dicey for APC member caretaker committee. Edo election, triumph of democracy and rejection of imposition, PDP governors forum. Ondo, Jagada Dison's arrested thugs says they were branded by opposition. Supreme Court will finally decide Edo election. Hope Uzodimma. There is no more APC and PDP. It's not even better. Okorocha cries out. Akeredolu Mimiko averts supporters clash in Ondo. Tiger nut, inexpensive yet nutritious. Very, very nutritious. Moving on, only Nigerians can fix own leadership problems, says Obasanjo. We are not fraudsters, says operators of Lagos vehicle waste basket. Okay. Crash Quorum helicopter had no fuel, says preliminary report. Despite autonomy, NCAA works with the ministry, says Nuhu. Column, Edo, the scales have fallen. That's an editorial. National Assembly must expedite passage of Electoral Offences Commission bill. Oil prices sleep on potential return of Libyan output. And moving on, Suarez set to join Atletico Madrid after contract termination. That's in sport. And moving on, CBN probes 71 companies for suspected Forex deals. NCC reviews international termination rate for voice services. How coronavirus will have long-term effects on Emmys, Oscars, and Grammys and other ceremonies. Definitely it will. And finally, wrapping it up on Daily Times, opinion, motion without movement. How did we get here? This is an interesting headline for an editorial, so check it out. And now let's move over to the Nation's newspaper to check out what it is talking about the nation. Why Senator Tinubu deserves to be celebrated. Obasanjo to Obaseki, be magnanimous in your victory. Excitement as Nigeria makes Hawaii. Well, as I've heard three different pronunciations of this. Excitement as Nigeria makes Huawei ICT competition finals. Ethnic agitations. We must learn from history. Other discourse to reverse electricity tariff. Oyo begins interview for applicants. Over 7,000 applicants, by the way. Lawmaker gives 20,000 seedlings. To who? Find out. It's on the Nation. Resident hail Sanwo-Olu for road construction. Lagos Printing Corporation gets outlets. Work begins on FIFA Mini Stadium in Kebbi. Over 2,500 delisted Cross River civil servant protest. Oluremi, an Amazon behind the throne. LCCI urges Speedy Gazette of Scammer 2020. Buhari urges sustained investment in Kaduna. NCC to review voice termination rate. Federal government monthly oil sales revenue dips by 75%. PTAD defers removal of 23,089 pensioners from government payroll. Petrol scarcity looms as NATO begins warning strike. Lagos assures inmates of free legal representation. Government has no business running refinery, says Oshibajo. EFCC witness contradicts self in ex-minister Toraki's trial. Navy redeploys 25 senior officers. NIPO's boss at Dewusi hails Senator Tinubu at 60. Primary, secondary schools resume amid COVID-19 concerns. Governors, Obasanjo, senators, monarchs mourn Emir of Zazzau. Federal government worried over lack of COVID-19 data in 9 states. People have been living like it's nothing, but the truth of the matter is that we are actually lagging behind when it comes to testing. So that is why we actually have a very low statistics every day. And moving on, ex-defense minister is Mali's interim president. CBN 7.5 trillion naira power market for new account holders. Company acquires Vodacom businesses in Nigeria and others. And finally, wrapping it up, NIBSS urges banks to protect customers' accounts with home controls. And there you have it on the Punch, Vanguard, Daily Times, The Nation's, Premium Times, and Daily Trust newspaper this morning. This is how we draw the curtains on today's edition of the KU Newspaper Review. Do well to stick around. Coming up at 8 a.m., that's 4 minutes away from now, is Sports Fiesta. I am Godslove Orlando.
I am Charles Oporom.
Good morning.
Stop stalking your exes. Follow us on Facebook at KUFM Nigeria.
Hello, entrepreneurs, business owners, and organizations. KUFM 92.7 has an impressive and constantly expanding number of followers online. You can now advertise your goods and services on KUFM's social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Take advantage of our online presence and reach out to our growing audience at very affordable rates. Call 0703 109 4612 or 0806 530 5657 or 0802 232 7191 or visit our marketing office, top floor, Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, GRA, Benin City. KUFM, your business growth partner.
My people, for this period where we dey, we know say e no easy, but you gats hustle. We just want make you know say if morning fit show after night, e sure say one day our hustle go pure. This life na general market for whatever, my people. Na the Naija way. Sun no dey stop breeze, rain no dey disturb water, nothing fit owe you. If things hook, you sef hook follow hand till you unhook am. Na things go tire last, no be you. For this hustle matter, we dey am together. Make we remain calm, stand gidigba, but no forget to stay safe o. This message na Fan Milk, owners of Fan Vanille and Super Yugo bring am to you o. Happy Independence Day, my people.
92.7 KUFM.
Please listen to these announcements. Scholarship. Are you a female and you're interested in aviation technology? If yes, this is for you. International College of Aeronautics will be sponsoring 2 females interested in aviation. Successful applicants will be sponsored in our ongoing online certificate program, Basic Aviation Technology, BAT, which will run for just a month, after which a certificate of successful completion will be issued. Interested applicants should contact the state coordinator on 0703 809 7634. That is 0703 809 7634. For further inquiries, note this scholarship opportunity closes on October 2nd, 2020.
92